Welcome to the Squad Games Podcast. Squad Games Podcast.
Goulash?
Like slop
Are they
boots?
called galoshes? What are they called?
Yeah, galoshes, slop boots, rain boots.
Yeah, rain boots, those things.
Are you talking about like the prison camps that like people die in?
No,
World War II?
no, that's
No.
not what he's talking about at all.
No.
Okay.
Talking about rain boots, dog.
Oh,
Yeah, don't you wear rain boots?
No, he does not.
no, dude. I just wear shoes and then they get wet and I dry them out.
I mean, I
Well,
haven't worn
luckily-
them since I was a child, but
All those big rubber colored boots.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only kind of rubber boots you should be wearing are none while you're listening to the Squad Games podcast. Hello, everyone. My name's Giacomo. Today I'm with Dakotah, Saya, and Ben. And guys, we just had a lot of releases that happened this weekend.
We did.
Woo!
Yeah,
oh,
we
mamma
did.
mia, yeah.
All positive stuff too,
All
which
positive.
is rare.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah? Are there releases where you're like, oh man, I wish they didn't give us anything?
Yeah, that's me, man.
I
I'm like,
felt that
less
about the
stuff.
fat little space dwarfs. Like, I was like, ew, why are we wasting time on this?
Oh,
Well, actually, I think GW has wasted no time because they didn't even talk about it during the reveal.
To be
What was that?
honest, yeah, that's
Well,
kind of
they
interesting.
talked about it like the day beforehand, and then they're like, "Okay, we got that out of the way. Like, it's going up for preview or pre-order."
And we still know absolutely nothing. How strange is that?
And that's insane. I'm excited that our next podcast is going to be on them because pre-orders go up on Saturday, and that's when pretty much all the rules get let out, right? So
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
podcast
psyched.
will definitely have all the deets of the our take on Votan and Beastman, and I think we'll have Chris Baki on that episode, so it should be
Oh, sweet.
yeah, it should be
Probably.
quite great.
what
But
a great time.
I mean, let's just talk about them real quick. Like, what is our speculations? Like, has anyone changed their
boy.
ideas on like what these guys are going to have? It's weird that there's a space dwarf that has a jetpack in the Galadark. It seems like it's meant for an open board type thing.
I mean, maybe they just want to feel taller.
It's because their little legs can't carry them very fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, stubby little legs.
Hey, I like the
Um,
Votan. I think they look cool.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
armor
what a
set's pretty
nerd.
chill.
Do you guys think that they're going to have like limited movement?
No,
No,
I think they're going to get two circles.
That is limited.
It is limited.
Oh wait,
Gee.
isn't? Oh, whoops,
It's
my bad.
three-
Yeah, you're right.
3 circles.
Three is what I meant.
Yeah.
I was thinking triangles. The shapes throw you off
They
sometimes.
do. It,
How long
They
have I
do.
been playing
It's
this
the
game?
only dumb thing. It's the one dumb thing about Kill Team.
I know,
Yeah, I'll
I-
be curious to see whether the movement is, if it's 2 circle, that almost feels like a death sentence. Like a bespoke team with 2 circle movement, that's rough. But
Each one.
I mean, in 40K they have limited movement, so
I mean, look
how
at
are they gonna
the
translate that.
we're looking at those Gellerpox and those not Gellerpox. We're looking at the Death Guard. They had 4 inches of movement, and
Mhm. Compendium
Necrons.
team, yeah.
Necron's original compendium had 4. So like it's viable, right? It's definitely viable that they could have 4. They
But it
might.
relies on abilities to force them to go faster, though. I
Or
don't know, Votan
equipment.
doesn't seem like
or
that.
equipment,
tough.
like,
Maybe
you
when they
never
get
know.
wounded, they get faster. They get like little angry.
Or they can
gobships,
take rollerblades. They can take rollerblades as equipment. Like, we'll just work out for them.
There we go.
Rollerblades in space.
Just
Somehow,
go dwarves, man.
for some reason, I need that now.
I know, that's pretty cool.
Rollerblades in space.
Oh man, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Before we jump into all the fun stuff, #new 40K. What has everyone been working on these last few months since we've spoken?
Well, I know the 3 of us just we just partook in that April terrain challenge, and we just finished that up. Yesterday?
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ben, you guys run hobby challenges every month on your guys' Discord, podcast, and YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, we do hobby challenges. Sometimes they're monthly, sometimes they're every so often. But Emmanuel from Strategic Advantage has been running them lately, and just been crushing them. And so this past month was terrain, because we all have. Let's face it, right? One thing we all have in common is we all have too much terrain, and too much of it is unpainted. That is
Mind your business, Ben.
I am chief. I am chief among sinners here. So
some of us more than others.
So I'm willing to bet. Well, I don't know. You run tournaments, but for a regular, I guess. Well, wow. Since last time we spoke, I guess I'm running tournaments now too. I ran my first one.
Hell yeah! We've got to talk about how that went.
Yeah,
it went great, man. Went super great. But yeah, so everybody has terrain. It's got to be painted. So might as well let's have a party and motivate each other and get it done, because playing on painted terrain is way better than unpainted.
Absolutely
Facts.
is.
It is. And I wanted to extend out, I think I was tentatively talking to Dakotah about this, but I thought it'd be fun because Giacomo, Dakotah, and I all competed. I thought it'd be fun to release ours on our squad game and have people vote on who they thought was the best.
So our squad game's YouTube to be in particular.
Just because, but I just saw Giacomo's yesterday and I had no idea what he was doing. And I was pretty shocked. It's, both of the guys pulled out some beautiful terrain. So it's very, very neat. We all did something very different. So it was I don't know. It's going to be cool because I think we're using this for our very first Boarding Actions tournament. That's going to be up in 5 weeks?
Yeah, June 3rd.
It's coming up.
Yeah, and these are beautiful. I mean, this was a lot of work was put into some of these, if not all of them. But it'll be neat to see these being played on in a couple weeks.
Yeah, when we make terrain, we make sure that everyone can play on it and stuff. So the cool thing is, for anyone who's listening, we're starting our YouTube channel. This episode is going to be the first one on our YouTube channel. And then we're going to start also releasing hobby challenge videos where we will compete against each other and quite a few other formats of videos. So if you guys are interested in how we painted these specific Galadarks, go ahead and check them out, and then you can vote who's your best was, and then we might have a reward and punishment for these people.
Wait a minute. Punishment?
I like the punishment. That sounds cool. I like the punishment systems.
It sounds like you like spankings, Giacomo. Like, what are you talking about?
And then we also might be cross-channeling this with Ben. So
yeah, let's do it, man. Tag me in.
Hell yeah. It should be a lot of fun for content creation. I hope you guys are ready, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it.
And that video should come out in about a few weeks. So
yeah,
it's on its way. It's in production right now.
Mm-hmm. Got editing.
Yes.
So Ben, you ran a tournament. I would love to hear how your tournament went.
Yeah, man. And then I think I bugged you about 5,000 times, but I super appreciate, because I haven't played in a tournament since first KTO was the last tournament I played in. And so it's just been a minute, and I bugged you about 1,000 times, and you came in.
My phone is always on for you, my friend. Always on.
Oh man. Yeah. Am I? Yeah. So it was, that's super, super helpful. And it went great, man. We had 22 people signed up, had 2 drops. So 20 folks. And it was great, man. We had a local player took it with Commandos. Commandos are blowing up right now. And
that bomb squig is way better than people thought it was. Just saying.
Dude, and I think Commandos in general, when piloted well, obviously when anything is piloted well, they do well, but I think Commandos are just a solid team. And I tell you what, man, if you have Dynamite on one side of the board and the squig coming into turn 2, it's like, dude, you're going to get screwed by one of these things and you have to make a call. So they're great. And a local player's name is Ben McMillan. And which I feel so much better that he's won, because I've lost to him so many times. So I feel a lot better. I feel justified that he really is a monster player. Had a great time, man. Had folks drive in from we're Central Florida at Warp Fire Minis. Shout out the best store I know of, and they hosted us, and it was a great time. Great time. The person who won got $500 in store credit, which was massive.
Wow. Yeah.
And yeah, man, we blew people away with prize support, and so it was a good time. Went really well, and I was a little nervous going into it, but it was great, super great. And it was a mixed tournament, which, has its pros and cons, and I think next one will probably be all open just to prepare for the Tampa Open. But already planning the next one, man. So all went really well.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that glad things are blowing up and things are going well. That means you guys have at least
help.
Yeah, man. It sounds like you guys have at least 10 sets of terrain. I think
Oh yeah.
I think we're sitting on 45 open boards.
God
and
dang.
we're sitting on I think 16 into the dark boards. And our into the dark boards are going to be exploding. We're probably going to have just as many into the dark boards as we do open boards by the time LVO happens. So,
Man.
yeah, it's going to be great. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, it's rad.
I heard a little birdie said you might be coming to LVO, man. Is that still true?
It's listen, as long as I work for Warpfire these days. And so as Jordan, my boss, who is the owner of Warpfire, is a huge Sigmar fan. So he plays in tournaments. So as long as he goes next year, I should probably be tagging along with him.
So I just need to bribe him.
Nice.
Just bribe
with
him.
tokens and
good
stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I'd be like, yo, dude, if you come to LVO, I'm going to give you stuff, but you have to bring Ben.
Yeah. So I'm tagging along with him to the Kansas City Open, and that'll be where I'm playing, and I need to start prepping because I haven't prepped in forever. But yeah, I would love to go to LVO. Fingers crossed. It's looking good.
All right, man. So for those people out there that want to meet any of us or Ben, that might be a good time to do it. We are all currently thinking of doing a social on Thursday, the night before. So that could be a great time to meet a bunch of Kill Team content creators, friends that you haven't seen in a year. And don't forget, we are a part of the Frontline Gaming Network now. And if you guys want to help support the podcast, want to help support FLG, if you guys use our affiliate link that will be in the show notes and in the YouTube comments, we get a kickback off of that. So that could that definitely helps us out quite a lot. And if you want to help out even more, our Patreon's always open. That's Squad Games on Patreon. And thank you guys for always the continual support. We wouldn't do this without the community support. So.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's you guys want to move into we all got to talk about what we've been doing hobby-wise, right? Giacomo, that was our original question before we spiderwebbed into other things.
Tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I guess I can go right now. So, like we were saying, I was working on terrain, and I've been working on I can't remember what they're called right now. Desolator Squad.
Ooh.
I've been trying to figure out a way to make the missiles look a little better. Yeah, I know.
Me and Ben had the same thoughts.
They're hard to fix without just replacing the missile launcher hand with an old school missile launcher. So my friend did, and it looks fine.
Okay.
And it's just kind of one of those you just make do with what you have. So I'm finding some of the
my 3D printer is always open. G.
Maybe because I haven't decided that's what I'm going to do or not. But I think that's the way to go right now. That's what I've been working on entering. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Saya?
I finished a boarding action terrain set for April, and I'm now moving into. I think I'm going to be building 6 more in 5 weeks. Yeah, but it won't. It'll be Lester's workshop, which is much. I think. Oof. Yeah, it's. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot funner, and I'm going to make a. Are we going to share our idea for this boarding action? Is that okay?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, so Dakotah and I were talking about it, and we thought it'd be fun to do every boarding action actually be a ship that belongs to a fraction of Space Marines. So we're going to have one for each fraction. So it'd be kind of cool because we can, I don't know if anybody's seen Dakotah's Into the Void. Basically boarding actions is 2 of those terrain sets, and he puts in acrylic windows and things like that. And I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool if we etch the emblem of each fraction into the ships and do them in their colors. So we're going to have a really colorful themed, and I think it'll be kind of fun. And so I think that's going to fall on my shoulders for the majority of the month. But between that and I am hoping to get my Blood Angels Intercessors done by BAO. So I've got a lot going on this month.
Yeah, we do. I am painting the Hyrotech Circle, Kasserkins before BAO. I'm also working on a lot of boarding actions. That is my particular hobby challenges. Speaking of hobby challenges, we back in one of our episodes at the beginning of the year, I think it was our first episode of the year, we had Ben on, and we all made a hobby pact. Has anyone here started their hobby pact?
Haven't lifted a finger.
See, Ben's trying to come. He's trying to come to the West Coast.
But here's the thing: if I get my Blood Angels done by BAO, I'm done, contractually done.
No, you have to make a boarding.
We said a display board.
Gotta have a display board.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't.
This one.
Oh, I remember that. But I did finalize what I want my display board to be, and it's going to be pretty epic.
Yeah, it is. It looks like it's going to be pretty cool. So you guys, all the listeners know, we made a pact that each one of us has to paint a kill team that we're currently working on and make a display board for it before the end of the year. And as content creators, we don't have the most amount of time, so it's a good way to help propel us to do something for ourselves. And if any of you guys want to join into that, please go ahead and go to the Squad Games Discord, and we're going to have you can start posting stuff in your hobby down there as well. But it's going to be fun. I think mine was to do an Imperial Fists and finishing my Veteran Guard.
Oh, you really need to do that.
I picked two teams because I picked two teams because I am like a masochist. So
I know, but the Vet Guard, you've been playing so much, and half of them look like they're albino. You got to finish it up.
I know.
You're almost there.
Those minis, dude.
Yeah, I'm getting there, slowly but surely.
Shame.
Yeah, shame indeed. Yeah, shame indeed.
Shame no more. Let's move into the meat, shall we? Oh wait, no.
Yeah.
I guess unless Ben has anything else he's been working on.
I've been working on talking about Big Daddy 40K. I've been so pumped. Like everything that I've seen, I'm just super on board with. So I've been prepping my Red Corsairs, Chaos. I'm a heretic at heart. So my Red Corsairs, Chaos Space Marines force. I've been putting that together. I just finished a Contemptor. Hope it doesn't suck, but I just think it's so cool. So I built it and painted it. Hopefully it looks like there will be no CP tax for that if that's still something you can take. So I'm loving it, man. I'm getting my I think I probably have close to 3,000 points, not built and painted, but just I've accumulated over the past few months. So just working on those, getting those ready.
Awesome,
psyched
man.
for it. Kill Team is going to be the competitive game, and for me 40K will just be the rolling some dice, having a good time game. At least that's what my plan is going in. And so we're working on that stuff. And then my Kasserkin, I have my Kasserkin almost done. They are Dark Tide Mobian 6th. So like Nurgle, Nurgle corrupted Kasserkin. They're almost done.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got that stuff doing. Yeah. So might flex into Kasserkin. We'll see. I like after the buff. I'm a fan of the buff. So
they're really strong.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah. They just melt elites like crazy.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Have you thought about boarding actions?
I probably have. I definitely have enough for boarding actions, but I just haven't played it yet. I'll probably wait for 10th.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, our first boarding actions tournament this year is going to be 9th edition because it's going to be June 3rd.
Sure.
And then I believe the rest of them. I think we have one in July 2nd. August 2nd, I think as well. And then we have one in November. So anyone who's in the local SoCal area or that would like to travel to a really fun 40K event, we're going to have 4 this year. So
that's rad.
Come out.
Yeah. Come out, play some games. No, that's awesome. I'm so stoked for 40K, man. It looks so good. I am disappointed with the release, with what they showed. I don't know. How do you guys feel?
Let's talk about that first. Yeah, let's talk about that first.
About Leviathan? What is wrong with you, Dakotah? What the heck? Tell me. Okay, let's get the bad out of the way. What do you not like about it?
So I am disappointed that I already pretty much knew everything that was coming in the box. So while it was cool to see the captain for the Space Marines, we've pretty much seen almost everything else in the Space Marines that was going to be released, right?
Sure.
Other than the Infernus squad. But
Yeah.
with the Infernus squad, which is all the Flamers, they all just look like the dude from Black Templars. So it's kind of like, well, we've already seen it, and there's all the rumors surrounding the Dreadnought, which was it was cool to see, but once again, we've already seen it. The thing that I was really happy that I got to see was the Screamer Killer, by far my favorite Tyranid that was released.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Then the rest of the Tyranids were interesting, and they were cool to see how like the Neurogaunts are like blind or something, where they're the
right. They're literally creatures. Antennas. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the others,
I like the Barbgaunts. They're like two creatures fused together. Like, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I was disappointed that all we got was the box. And like the only thing that was like super exciting to me was the fact that they showed us what was coming up next. Right? Like it was all of the like their roadmap. That got me excited. But everything else, I was just kind of like, oh, like it could have been cool to see something else rather than just what's inside the main box. Like that could have just been like a reveal on itself. It just felt like lackluster to me.
They were really close between this and their big preview they did when they released the Lion. So I mean, I could see why, because you sort of knew what was happening. Everything in the trailer was going to come out,
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
If you saw the trailer, what I was excited about, to counter what you're saying, is the biology. What's it called? The apothecary biologist or whatever it is, something like that.
I'm a fan of him. Yeah, I'm a big fan of the apothecary.
I liked it too.
Because he's not an apothecary. Apparently, his whole thing is to get auras from things that he can see. So, like, that's a different model. That's not just an apothecary in Gravis armor.
That's definitely
my favorite thing about him is he's decked out in Gravis armor, has all these crazy like tools on him, like in his backpack, and then he's wearing a little apron, and in his little apron has pockets for little scissors. That's my favorite part of the whole model.
Hey, pockets are super important.
Gotta have pockets, man.
Yes, you need to have pockets on your
I'm just saying, like, how are they carrying their things? Like, this guy has things, he needs pockets.
Yeah, the Sternguard veteran squad was really cool to see how they're like using old Marine helmets and stuff like that
too.
Yeah, I mean the Terminators look great. All the models are great. It's just I wish there was more. Like, there's been a lot of 40K events, like stream events that you want to stay up for. And for me, it would have been like 2:45 a.m. For you, you're 3 hours ahead of us, so be 5:45. Did you wake up for these bad boys?
I woke up for Kill Team because, the rest is cool, but I don't need to like see it first thing.
But I mean, the Codex roadmap for 40K is what got me super excited. Like the fact that we're getting Tyranids and Space Marines right away. Then we're getting Adeptus Mechanicus and Necrons, which might have something. Maybe that's going to be in for 40K. I mean, for Kill Team, they used when we've seen releases beforehand, there has been things that follow the same
tie in,
paths, right? At
Where
least
are the
one,
nids, man. Where are the nids in Kill Team? Where are the freaking nids? That's what the only bummer for me is where are the Kill Team nids?
Yeah,
next season. Sorry,
it has to be. It has to be next season.
It has to be. We'll talk about that part later.
Yeah,
let's get all the boring stuff.
Boring stuff.
Not as interesting to us.
So then it's like Adeptus Mechanicus and Necrons, which was the coolest thing was that they were like, all these armies are also going to be getting more models, new models. And then you're getting Dark Angels, Orcs, Adeptus Custodes, Tau, and Chaos Space Marines in spring of 2024. Now, there's a lot of people online that are upset that why didn't Guard get more stuff? They just came out. Why do they have to wait for their codex? Khorne, same thing. It's because only part of their codexes got released. So in order, like they can't have, everyone has to refill their wallets. Right? So like the selling strategy is that you have to, like you just spent all this money on all the new Guard. Now you got to make all your money again so you can buy the next release of them.
Sure.
And that's my opinion for the next wave. Same thing with Eldar. So, what do you guys think about the roadmap? And the mission cards look cool.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. I like the roadmap. I think it's good. Nothing real more I can comment on. I'm just happy they're doing it, so at least everyone can be like, is my codex gonna come out? Countless times I'd have friends going like, custodes aren't gonna come out until forever, and then they like drop the next month, and then you just gotta go right in their face. Oh man, that felt so good.
I do like that they're not all a mystery anymore, because they were doing like mystery stuff, like it was some kind of Pokemon cards, which we'll get to later in Magic. But I'm glad that a lot of people liked it. I liked it. I just wanted more. Shame on me.
Sorry
what was
that
your
we gave you all this other stuff.
I know. How many boxes of the Leviathan are you guys going to buy? It's a good question.
I think I just need one.
You just need one. Okay. How about you, Ben?
Oh man.
Are you going to buy any?
I'm a heretic. I'm a heretic, bro.
Okay.
He doesn't.
Fair enough.
This ain't for him.
Yeah.
This ain't for him.
I may get, if I get it, it will be to get the Terminators and then convert them to Chaos Terminators.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
That would be
rad.
the only reason.
All right. I think me and Sire are both going to get one box, and then we'll combine the Tyranids into one force.
We did talk about that.
I think the other cool thing about this box in particular, which was one of the most like intriguing parts, is that the Space Marine aspect and the Tyranid aspect are both going to be combat patrols. Like the combat patrol that's being released for Tyranids is contained within Leviathan. The combat patrol that's being released for Space Marines is contained within the Space Marines side. It's not every model. It's some of them.
Know that.
So
That's cool.
So if you're interested in just playing the combat patrol meta, which is specifically like, I think that they're going to be raising the power level and decreasing power levels for each one, because it's going to be its own separate like type of game in this new edition.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, like the fact that this box gives you also both combat patrols and you don't have to go out and buy more boxes is also super cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, absolutely. At least for these two factions.
What's your guys' favorite new Tyranid model?
I don't like Tyranids at all.
Fair enough. That's why you want to.
Sorry, that's
The non-Biovore.
Oh, the like the parasites onto the back of the Biovars?
No, just like I forget what they're called. We literally just said it, and I can't remember the name.
The Barb Gaunts?
Yeah, I like those guys because they fire artillery,
cool.
and I liked the old school Biovore.
Okay.
I like the Von Ryan's Leapers or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're little baby lictors. I'm all about those guys, man. Bring those into Kill Team.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Mine is the Screamer Killer, and then Saya doesn't like Tyranids, so we will move on.
What a hater.
But what do you play, Si, in 40K? Are you 1,000 Suns? Is that your army for 40K?
Well, for 40K, yeah, it was 1,000 Suns, and now I'm moving a little bit more into like a weird obsession with Blood Angels. But
cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I just like things that look nice.
And
Unless-
Blood Angels,
unless-
That is for sure.
Hey, Blood Angels look
have
handsome.
Actually, yeah.
They're handsome.
They
But
they're vampires. They'll suck your soul and suck other things.
I am
But not
all
your
about
blood.
that. I've never been.
Here's a hobby idea for you. Here's what you need to do. I'm literally. I also am not a fan of Twilight. Like I feel like where my age hit, like I just missed the Twilight train. But gross.
You can still like Robert Pattinson though.
Yeah,
I don't. I think he's the ugliest dude in the whole world. And I've had this conversation with Dakotah. Like, I was like, this guy is so unattractive and I don't understand what is going on. But dudes seem to think he's handsome. But I'm like, I don't get it.
Were you like, man, Batman sucks now? Like,
It did. When he got casted as Batman, I had just this breakdown inside. I was like, oh gosh. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but Dakotah used to be Batman at Six Flags.
Yeah.
And so, I was Wonder Woman, and that's how we met originally. That's our love story. And so like like Batman's very
Would you say
special
it's
to me.
better than Twilight?
Oh God, Giacomo.
Man.
So my
cat's
favorite
dropping
thing is when
everything.
you guys brought up Robert Pattinson, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
Oh
just
man, he's just such an. I mean, ugh. Okay, well,
That's
anyway.
like bringing up Chris Pine in the D&D movie. We'll talk about that.
Giacomo! Giacomo!
Oh no.
Or MGK
Landmine.
if you want to just like get
Giacomo!
really in there.
We're all allowed to hate the people we hate.
That's
Hold
a
on, was
Warhammer.
MGK in the D&D? Hold on, did I miss something? Was MGK in the D&D movie?
No,
that'd be pretty lit, though.
my coworkers at work like to tell me that MGK's rap was better than Eminem's rap, and then I have to sit there and explain to them why they're objectively wrong.
This is like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
That was pretty
No,
old,
MGK
man.
is garbage. MGK is
Thank
like
you.
a celebrity in a Hallmark movie. Like,
yeah.
God.
It's so bad because they know it triggers me. So I find like random TikToks or YouTube shorts, and then I send it to my colleagues of like what happened to MGK after he left the music scene, or after he
got bodied into a different genre, dude. That's how bad
that's
he got
what I'm
bodied.
saying. All right, we're on the same page. Fuck
Hey,
you,
now let's
Giacomo.
get back to
All right.
let's get back to the Warhammer. Oh my god!
Oh man, Giacomo triggers me. It's amazing.
It's so easy. Anyways, Saya's triggered by Tyranids. That's what we found out today.
It's
That's
not.
Warhammer
No, not
40K.
Tyranids. I just there's nothing appealing about them for me to play.
You guys
Like,
can
I just,
meet Saya at LVO and then bring up how awesome Robert Pattinson is, and she'll
please don't do
she'll trigger.
that. I don't. And I don't like hate Tyranids. I have no interest in playing them. Like I've seen amazing paint jobs. I just don't want to play them. So
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm a
like-
big fan of the coconut scheme, and
I like that.
the coconut crab scheme, and I've been debating on doing the Leviathan coconut crab scheme because I've seen some people do that, and it looks awesome. It's like a really like dark purple, and then like that cream color, and I'm a big fan. At least to my eyes, you know. I mean, I am
they look great.
colorblind, and half the people like to tell me that these fake red and green flecks exist on Doritos, but
We're
you
gonna
know.
go ahead and
no.
scoot past that conversation because we're not
He's
gonna
flexing
get
on
derailed.
Doritos, and we're
I know.
flexing on Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, he's trying to derail us.
We've been derailed for like the last 5 minutes.
I know.
On a separate thing of 40K, I like some of the stuff that I'm seeing from Horus Heresy. I have no intention of playing, but I like the way the models look.
Absolutely.
I also
A
have no
new
intention
armor
of even
mark
converting
update.
them to 40K.
Oh, mama. Mark 2s, Mark 3s, what are we getting? Who knows? I'm so pumped. The assaults, I am so pumped for the Horus.
gonna use them
I'm
for,
with you, Giacomo. Yeah, I will never play Horus Heresy because I'll just never play it, but I love the models.
I might play an epic scale, though.
Well, that's another thing that's coming out.
I
Epic,
would-
right?
Is it coming
Allegedly.
out?
Yeah.
Allegedly,
No, it's
yeah.
not
I would
allegedly.
love
They literally posted a video saying fight with legions, and they teased it at Warhammer Fest. Epic is officially coming.
Man,
and it will
I'm
be for
most
Horus
interested in
Heresy. Yeah, it
Yeah,
came out
I'm
on
super
Saturday.
down.
Yeah.
Super down for that.
Oh man, radical, yeah, because I like epic scale.
Out of
me
all
too.
the news, I thought Giacomo would have known that. I'm glad I got to tell him.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped. Yeah, I missed that one entirely.
Yeah, it's super cool. I mean, it was a really short, just like teaser trailer. It was like 10 seconds long, but it basically was like, yeah, Epic is coming. So in so many words, what did you guys think of the old worlds? Are you guys a fan of playing like old 40K? Like
Bummer. Such a bummer. The only bummer reveals 2 resin models. Get out of here. Get out of my face.
I thought they aren't they plastic?
I think it's half
I heard they were
plastic,
resin.
half resin.
Oh,
Even
half,
worse.
half?
God.
Even worse. Yeah, God, just pick one. I mean, I like the Bretonian. I like Bretonian, so I think they're cool.
Yeah, I don't mind resin because I work with a lot of resin myself, and hopefully they've fixed their fine cast recipe because it's awful. But I was also disappointed to hear that they're doing partial resin bits. Now we don't know exactly what it is because I don't think they specifically said it, or if they did, we missed it. You guys can add us in our Discord or on Twitter or something. Tell us how wrong we are. But they both looked really cool. I liked the new Tomb King's model and how he wasn't like a skeleton face. Like he had like a mummy face, you know?
Right, he's a little more mummified as opposed to bone, which is cool.
Yeah, that was cool. The Bretonnian looked dope. His sword was sticking through an orc skull, reminded me of a space marine we saw.
Suck it, Emmanuel. I'm always calling him out. He hasn't even done anything to me. He's actually been a great friend.
See, Giacomo is just a true Imperial Fist at heart. Anytime he sees an orc,
he's not. He's literally chaos. That's all Giacomo is. Like he's just pure chaos.
That's how we derail Giacomo. We just bring up orcs.
Incredible.
Hey, guys! That's also something I'm never interested in playing. So. I mean,
I really know commandos for you, but they
suck
just
it,
won
Emmanuel.
Ben's tournament.
sorry, I had to. Sorry,
Okay, what about?
I love you, Emmanuel.
He doesn't have a podcast, or else he could call us.
So you guys know, our listeners, Emmanuel, he was a big part of the Killzone podcast, and he is an amazing orcs player. And his specialty is to transform every single kill team into an orc kill team. So he has like my favorite model that he's ever done was his Inquisitor Eisengrot.
Yeah,
Eisengrot. Yeah,
his Death Guard team.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Death
good
Watch.
stuff.
Excuse me, Death Watch. Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda.
That one too, yeah.
He's awesome.
So Emmanuel's the only person who slightly tempted me into playing them, but I'm like, I just don't want to. Like, oh.
Hey, I orked this entire release of Kill Team, okay? And I did the same thing.
A lot of this.
I did the same thing with Intercession Squad. Me and Giacomo talked about it the day before it dropped for free. Came up with a bunch of the same rules. It was amazing. And I've been asking for the new Space Marine Heroes team to come out forever, or some sort of Space Marine Heroes
totally
team.
Right.
And bro, we have succeeded. The Emperor's light has shone upon us, and we have done great things for the Imperium. I am so excited for this kill team. How about you guys?
Pretty excited.
It's exciting, but I was reading up on it, and the one thing that I'm a little apprehensive is it looks like it's a blind box, and I'm not quite sure what that's going to entail. Like, are you guaranteed to get just? Are there different characters and one of each? Like, I don't understand.
So a lot of people feel this way, and I've seen this online all over the place. So my thing is, well, I think first off, if you buy like the whole, like, you can buy, what is it, 8 of them, and so that you like in like shrink wrap, so that you're guaranteed to get one of each. But this is the easiest team to kit bash, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We've all got Marines, coming out of our ears, whether we want them or not. And so if you have an intercession team, you need a heavy bolter guy in Gravis, and you need an eliminator. So the models are pretty sweet, but I don't think they're sweet enough that you have to buy the blind buy boxes. I think you can just make them up yourself. That's what I'm going to do, at least.
Yeah, I agree. I think the captain, the grenade throwing guy. I mean, if you like the Joker looking face on that, I'm pretty sure you guys see this. The assault intercessor that has the smile on his face.
I totally see it.
I guarantee that the Magic the Gathering assault intercessor card had that model for inspiration.
Oh, I think you're right.
They're both flipping awful.
But this is what I was joking with Dakotah. I was like, this feels so Magic card releasey. Like, they're like, oh, blind boxes, gotta buy a bunch of them. And I'm like, all right, Magic, get out of here. Like,
well, they made it an incentive now, because Strike Force Justine, something like that. Mm-hmm. There's rules in there, so every time you buy one, you get your data card, weapon stats, and everything, right?
Well, so it has a QR code for quick access to the light rules for that.
Well, model. I have to ask with the card. It looks like it preemptively comes with equipment. So is this just going to be like a team you can just buy and play immediately, and it's just an easier almost?
Yeah, I would assume. I'd assume this is going to be like intercession.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. It has intercession vibes with different models, but I was like, I'm wondering. It looks like I'm using this word, but it looks like they've dumbed it down just a little bit more in a way. If they're already coming with cards that are like they're completely built heroes.
They're a hero team though, so it's kind of like Gellerpox and Starstriders, where they probably have like these are their names and they have special abilities, and that's what they do.
Okay.
So you don't get anything else.
Okay.
Because before, why would you buy their
like,
Space Marines start collecting things?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it because again, like one thing that we always like to do is do outreach and try to get new people into this. And I mean, like if it is a slightly easier team to play, I mean, again, I always feel like it's that step into kill team. So that
shoot, I'll play this. All I'm missing is captain.
Yeah. The
blind box it for you.
What were you going to say, Ben?
I think I said like maybe like the Gravis guy will count as 2 slots or something.
Oh.
I think if any of them count as 2 slots, it's going to be the captain. The thing I'm most excited about is that the Gravis Marines are going to get some sort of bespoke rules. So maybe they're going to go up from 2 AP, hopefully.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Because the Gravis Marines right now suck.
Yeah, 2 is rough on an elite team.
It is.
Yeah, it's real bad. The sniper might be the most powerful sniper in the game because in the normal game, he has multiple different ammo options. So he might be able to take out hordes more often. He might be able to push through like armor better. Like this could be a very fascinating model. You have the captain who, firstly, you have a sergeant. I think they showed a ranged model in the Twitch preview as a sergeant. So the sergeant's going to hit on 2s with his bolter. Then you have this captain who's going to hit on 2s with his plasma, and then he's going to hit on 3s with his power fist, and then he's going to have an invulnerable save because he has an iron halo. This dude is going to be beastly. He's probably going to have more hit points. He might have 17, 18 hit points.
Wow.
I'm thinking this model, if you take this model, he's going to count for two models. So you'll go down to 5.
Right. You take him or the sergeant.
Yeah, quite possibly. So
yeah, that could be cool.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds like a fun time for me.
Yeah,
I play this team. Yeah, we're right there.
I think the cool thing about this team and the reason why you'd want to grab this team is that they have a couple unique poses, and then they have some really interesting faces.
I really like the grenade guy. I love his face. I just think I can't get over this one dude though. He's sharing a picture with this guy.
Got that Pattinson face going on, huh?
Man, you must not know what he looks like then. I would sooner say that the sniper looks like Robert Pattinson.
Which face we talking about? I got him pulled up now.
All right,
it's the black dude.
Yeah, the black dude with the chainsaw.
Yeah, a little off.
That's the one we're talking about.
It's still not a bad sculpt.
No,
it's just funny. Yeah,
maybe it's the way the person painted the face.
It's the hair. It's the hair, guys.
It's the hair. It's absolutely the hair. But also,
the hair is the problem.
Yeah, I might shave off the hair or make him start going bald or something.
I do like the model though. I like the way he looks. So
yeah, but like I said,
like the White Scar looking dude, like the one who's throwing the grenade. I also love how now just so you can't reuse your assault intercessor grenadier, they've made a regular intercessor grenadier. Like I love that just to make life harder for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be dope if we got that. I mean, it would be it would be this team, not intercession.
Well, yeah, this guy he has a big bolter, so he is a normal intercessor with a grenade. So, is this a team that you're going to look to collect, Ben? Because I know you're a heretic.
I'm gonna kit bash him myself. Yeah, there's no way I'm buying these. Actually, I lied. I may buy these, but I'm gonna kit bash them.
I mean, they make for cool giveaways.
I'm looking at this the Phobos sniper. Isn't that just the regular Phobos guy?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't think that's anything special.
These are all pushed
a lot
to
of
fit.
this stuff. Yeah, which I also hate. So yeah, for like the actual sculpts do nothing for me. The captain is kind of cool, but I'll just get the captain from what was the last box? The last
isn't that the really expensive one? The really expensive one has the plasma pistol power fist, right?
If one where you can build your own, I'll just get that guy. And then no way I'm collecting these.
Fair enough.
But I do want to play. I do want to play them. I think it's very cool.
Yeah, I try out the rules.
I want to play them, but I'm actually just looking at their faces, and I've always had weird feelings about like faces, because sometimes they're just ridiculous. But I'm going through like other models that they're showing on other boxes, and they all have got great faces, except for that one dude. But the rest of them are great.
Well, on the Twitch stream they actually showed off every single model.
Oh,
and
did
the
they?
Other, yeah, the other
I didn't
two.
get to see that.
The other two faces are also pretty good. The thing that I'm worried about for myself and for Brother Gawain. So who Brother Gawain is? He is the single Imperial Fist model that I've included in every single one of my terrain releases that I painted up. He's a Space Marine Heroes model. And he's going to have to worry about getting replaced by one of these guys. I don't know if he will, but he's going to have to fight for his spot. So in the upcoming releases. But also, I think this is a good step in the right direction that these guys are going to come out. Looks like the rules are probably going to be free as long as you get one thing. You get access to the Kill Team Light rules. So. Looks like it should be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would love to see some rules
later this year.
Yeah. So, do we want to move on to the one that was kind of spoiled for us by Valorek?
No, not yet.
No.
Let's just quickly talk about Votan and the other guys.
Okay.
They're releasing this week. That's the gist of it. There you go.
Yeah,
cool.
Literally nothing else to say.
And moving on.
Are you guys excited about the narrative stuff about it? At least, like they're going to have drop pods.
Felgor? Not at all. Could not care less. Could not care less.
Dang, I was trying to split that box with you.
Ben's my man right now. Yeah.
That's fair enough. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm excited. I want to get the Votan.
I know Dakotah's a big Votan fan too.
Oh, gross! I want the Felgor Ravagers. That's what I want.
All right, cool. Let's split that box.
Let's do it, man.
All right, yeah. What's your address? I could send you the other half. Say it on the internet so everyone can know.
Let me dox myself right now. Yeah.
It's cool. I think what Dakotah's meaning is the narrative. Like, it's no longer Galadark, but it's not the end of the season. Is that what you're referring to?
No, I literally meant like the
drop pods.
The drop pods.
I like them.
But we can talk about the other stuff. Are you guys excited that that Galadark is crashing into a planet? How is it ending?
Actually, that's pretty cool. Yeah, listen, I really enjoyed our time in the spaceships. It was cool. It was great. God, get me out of the stupid spaceships.
I concur.
Yeah. Like, you guys are stuck painting them still. Like, let's do something different. Give us something different, because it's all identical. I don't need another one. I don't need any more terrain. Good Lord.
I know. I really prefer open boards in general. So
well, the rumor is the next terrain set is going to be a modular terrain set. So if we think that, they said that season 3 is going to be it's going to be a continuation of the Galadark story, right? So apparently your guys lived, got onto the planet. So are we going to be playing on Into the Dark? That's kind of like a busted open ship. So it's
I can see them doing that.
Is it going to be like you're playing like in a jungle that everyone thinks apparently that we're going to be playing in jungles? I hope not. Or is it going to be like some kind of like destroyed city that we crashed into? What are you guys thinking?
I think either ruins of some sort or like a crashed Galadark. But I don't know, man. I'm just curious to see what they're going to give us, because in the preview for season 3 there was like a very like ocean or just water, right? It was like some coastal scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, it looked like a coastal scene for this Danger New Threats.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think a crashed, like thematically crashed Galadark would be pretty sweet.
Yeah. Well, I kind of agree with Ben. I think it could be possibly a mixture of the ship in like a ruined city, like an old city. I mean, I could definitely see them blending it as a mix between open as well as Into the Dark kind of set.
So I think that I can make a definitive guess at season 3's first kill teams coming out.
It's crazy over us, because I just wrapped a Kill Team Casuals podcast, and I'm not going to say it for you, but we all thought the same exact thing.
Okay, yeah. Because I mean, the first two paragraphs of this article, actually, it's the third and fourth paragraphs, but it says, which aspect of this video intrigued you most? What aspect? If you're familiar with Eldar whatsoever, you know that aspect warriors are a thing. And the aspect warrior that's been hinted at coming to Kill Team is striking scorpions. Striking scorpions are Eldar that have a 3-up armor save, so they have the armor of a Space Marine. They have a chainsword that can cut the head off of a Space Marine, and they have Manda blasters that shoot people in the face when they're attacking them.
Manda blasters, so stupid.
I love them. They are literally the Predator in Eldar form. They're little flippy, little agile dudes that are sneaky, and they are perfect for Kill Team, and I've been wanting them for a very long time.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for them too.
The next sentence says, more specific clues abound. However, an Eldari presence seems likely. Also, a glimpse of structures which appear to be built amid choppy waves. Further scouting is clearly required. So if we go off the scouting word, it would mean that it would be scouts. And it says choppy buildings. So I'm assuming the buildings are going to be
amid choppy waves, so something with water. Maybe we're in Waterworld, that Kevin Costner film.
Oh my god,
Atlantis. Let's go to Atlantis.
But I have a feeling.
Atlantis! It wasn't Aliens, guys. It was Atlantis this year.
If this is going to be like an Eldar theme, I could see it being like ruins in water. Like that could definitely be a possibility.
That could be really cool.
Actually. I paused the video and it looks like there's a striking scorpion that is swimming ashore to some.
Way.
At what time? At what time?
Exactly 4 seconds.
4 seconds?
Exactly 4 seconds.
We're all like now on our phones. Like, all right.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I played Magic the Gathering. That's a merfolk.
So in the bottom left-hand corner, so not the bottom left, but like right below the red, like hexagon-looking thing to the left, this little thing is popping up, and it looks like the Predator.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Okay, and then you can see that he's looking up at some kind of like, it looks like a chaos factory, some kind of something going on. I wonder if scouts would come out in a different box and like in the next box after that, and these guys might fight something chaos. We'll see.
Fighting a Demunculaba,
Yeah, because it says
in
the other
sweet.
Yeah, in the other sentence it says, in the first one it says they're on a planet. They'll be almost certainly between squads drawn from two major factions in the 41st millennium. So far, so Kill Team. And when I think of so Kill Team, it makes me think of Death Watch, because I don't know why they would just put like Kill Team in there. The only thing that is regarded as a Kill Team is Death Watch. So that could be fascinating if they're actually fighting a Death Watch, and maybe scouting, it refers to scouts coming in a different box against something else. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a scout squad for Death Watch. Maybe. I don't know.
Is that a thing?
Maybe.
No, not really, because they get drafted from they're already Space Marines when they're drafted into Death Watch.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me, Giacomo.
It's all right. It's not my intention.
I'm diving down the rabbit hole.
I know. I feel you're unwinding right now.
I'm like turning into Valrak. All I need is some tinfoil on my head. Foil rack Fridays.
You tinfoil.
Yeah,
rack Fridays. Is that really what he calls it?
Yeah. If you turn to his Friday streams, he literally wears tinfoil on his head, and he talks about his theories. It's amazing. Foil rack Fridays.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Scouts definitely seem like the move here. It's pretty on the nose, which I'm okay with. That doesn't bother me. I like I like knowing what's coming a little bit. This seems great, man. I hope the scouts are not Black Templar scouts. That would bum me out. But yeah, now I am not an Eldar guy, but aspect warriors, typically they run together, right? So like an aspect soup would not make a lot of sense thematically, right?
Correct. No, yeah. Well, it would make sense from old edition, but when you think about how Games Workshop sells their kits, they usually sell an entire sprue, right? So typically you're probably going to get 10 aspect warriors in the box, and I'm going to guess that they're going to have a 3-up save, 8 wounds, 8 models, similar to the Harlequins, like a Harlequin profile. They're just probably more sneaky or something. But what else is
we've been hearing rumors of striking scorpions for a while, and this is just a great excuse for them to
and Exodites. I've heard a lot of Exodite rumors too.
Listen, if it's Exodites, I will quit Kill Team. I'm not joking. If it's Eldar riding on dinosaurs, I'm out. I'm so out.
Hey, look, it says look at the path ahead, so clearly it's also Pathfinders, right?
Well, when it says path, like an aspect warrior follows a path. And that's where they
Pathfinders.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
I'm sold that now. It's Pathfinders again. They're getting remade because they're still the way they are.
When we look at the roadmap for 2023 in Kill Team, it's a fascinating image that they chose to put directly behind the new season, part 1 and part 2. If you look closely enough, it looks like the original box art for the old Kill Team, the Raven Guard standing on front of the old Kill Team 2018.
So it is.
Or he's hanging out in front of the Pathfinder. What'd I say?
I wonder if that's like going to be like something like, I mean, it might not be anything.
I mean, I think they're just reusing art, but okay.
We need to chill on Marines, man. Kill Team needs to chill out on Marines.
No, are you new to here, man? What's going on?
I saw that was a great comment.
That was such a good one.
Marines. They're like,
dude, just ratioed that guy.
Like, whoa, GW got some teeth. Okay, I'm about it.
Yeah, no, it's their social media marketer guy. Hey, go with them.
Going ham.
Like after this, like the heroes team, and after the scouts, like, oh, we need a break. Give us a break. Give us the nids. Good God, give us the nids.
We do need some nids. I would like some nids.
But what's unfortunate is if we are right, nids won't be in the first box of season 3. That means that
I don't think so at all.
So then, like, would they be in the second part of season 2, or would they not be showing up in this Kill Team edition at all?
Guess you'll have to wait for autumn and winter.
Like, ideally, this is my, in a perfect world, the annual might have nids in it. Now, I don't think so because they said that it's going to be comprised of the Into the Dark teams. But I hope that, like, just throw a NIDS team in there. Like, God almighty. They need it so bad. It's a feel. Like, I don't even play NIDS, but it's a feels bad for NIDS players out there that they don't have a bespoke team. Like, Votan have a team now, but NIDS don't. Like, that's pretty whack.
That's fair.
I agree. I think, I mean, you could argue that Gene Stealer cult is kind of like their Tyranid-esque.
No, I used to think that way for 40K, and then they kind of eventually draw it on me that it's like, it's not, though. They can be allies, but they're not the same army.
True.
So you're right. They need a Tyranid team. I say Termagants. That'd be fun.
I would have liked the Voy Raven. What are they called?
Von Ryan's Leapers.
Yeah, the Leapers. The Leapers would have been cool.
I think so too, man.
We can all hope that the Kill Team Annual has a little bit more incentive to buy than just all the. I mean, than just the Galadark teams. Yeah.
Yeah, last year they surprised us with the Star Striders and the Gellerpox.
Yeah, you're right. In the annual, you're right. But what would they surprise you in the? I don't know what they'd surprise you with. Gon's Ghosts, maybe.
Don't tease me like that, dude. Don't tease me like that.
Dude, I want Schaefer's Last Chancers, but that's not happening because they haven't released that box
you'll never
in years.
get it. You'll
it's
never
not happening.
get it.
I want my criminals.
Sire, what are you hoping is released in the Kill Team Annual?
Robert Pattinson.
I don't know. Like I have
Sanguinary Guard?
Maybe.
Ooh.
That would be pretty cool. I was going to say between that, like I try not to look too much forward because I have such a pile of shame. So I'm like trying to nullify my expectations. But if that happened, I would probably just go bankrupt. I don't know. Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm hoping that they redo a couple of the compendium teams. I'm hoping that we get like the Tyranids. I'm hoping we get Firstborn Space Marines. I'm hoping we get just something extra, so we can at least never bring the compendium out again. Because, I mean, it feels bad for me. I'm sure for you, you're going to feel this in the future, that you have to bring like 20 books to a competition. It's awful.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's awful. It would be really nice if the Kill Team Annual or a Kill Team book just had all of the bespoke teams. I don't need any of the narrative rules. Just give me all the rules for every team in one book. Please.
Yep. An up-to-date book as well. Like not outdated. Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah.
With all the FAQs and stuff, that would be really nice.
Yeah. I don't think we're getting Firstborn Marines though. Like with the changes to Big Hammer, where it's like, well, Space Marines all have access to the same armory, so like, who's who knows, I think with the changes there, I think Firstborn Marines are done, with the exception of maybe Death Watch, but I don't see it happening, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, my hope and dream is that they do, because I think it would be really cool to run a Horus Heresy Kill Team tournament where every single person has to bring something that's been relevant in the Horus Heresy. So you could bring like Chaos, you could bring Imperial Guard, you could bring, Space Marines or something like that. And you just literally play like a more narrative style event where it is just a Kill Team version of Horus Heresy. I think that would be cool. I think it would be spicy.
That'd be sweet.
And I also don't think it'll ever happen, unfortunately.
Nope.
Could be a one reason to like collect Horus Heresy regular size.
It could be. Yeah. GW, you hear that? For all the people that don't want to. Me and my wife bought a box shamefully, and we are going to be painting it up. Sorry, fellas, but we're going to do it.
Hey, that's cool.
Nice.
You do you. I own the one Imperial Fist guy, and that's it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like Sigismund and the lion.
I don't have him. I have the other guy who looks like he would make craft beers on his days off.
Fair enough. That's the originator of the Crimson Fists, right?
I have no clue. I don't keep up with the lore in Horus Heresy as much outside of like some of the books I've read.
Wait, who are we talking about right now?
The dude with the beard and two axes. I forget his name.
Oh, that guy.
Oh,
no, he didn't.
Fafnir ran? No.
Yeah, Fafnir, yeah.
Yeah, he's cool, but no, he did not come up. Yeah, he did not originate.
No, he does not seem like he would be the guy.
Are you guys talking about Dorn?
No, that's the
Primarch?
I'll have to look him up while we.
Yeah, I don't know what Dakotah's talking about. He's got it though. He's got something on his mind. Should we go to the big part now?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Go ahead, Dakotah. I know you wanted this.
Okay, I was looking up the dude's name, but we'll get back to him in a second. The Crimson Fists founder. So I have been dying since last edition for an Inquisitor team. And I already told Giacomo exactly what my kill team, like what my box set's going to be. And I'm going to tell everyone on this podcast and you guys are right here, right now. I am going to build this team. I'm going to have so much fun doing it. And my one extra model that I'm going to put on my display board for the hobby track is I'm going to put Ravener. And the reason why I'm choosing Ravener is this box doesn't come with an Inquisitor, which originally kind of made me sad. But it comes with their second in command, which is, almost as good as an Inquisitor. And Ravener, controls his minions from space. So it just makes sense, right? So I think W. Artel made a Ravener model. And I'm going to put him on the thing. It's going to be lit. He's like in a floating wheelchair of death. So a dreadnought wheelchair. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm very excited for this kill team and it looks amazing. I'm very excited.
What are you excited to ally in? Tell me that. Who are you going to ally? So
here's the thing. There's so many possibilities, right? Like we don't know if you have to ally 5 random models. Can they be from different teams? Does it all have to be one team? Because when we saw the trailer, right, we did see on the battle board, we saw Sisters of Silence and Scions on the same board. So is it just Sisters of Silence that can take the place of any of these models? Is that not a thing? Is it just they just included it in the box, so they threw it on the table? Like we don't know, right? We know the box comes with Scions. We know the box comes with apparently 7 models out of the 10 models that you can build for it. So yes, you're going to have to buy 2 of these boxes if you want to build all the Inquisitor models. It also comes with the Sisters of Silence, which are beautiful models. I love the Sisters of Silence. I will most likely be splashing in Vetguard because I love my action heroes. I think Scions have play because they hit on 3s. I don't know if Karsikins or Kasserkins are going to have as much play.
Because will they have elite points? Who knows? Like how much of the original team's
are the
like rules come with? Like
if they don't have elite points,
then there's no reason to take them.
Yeah, you would just take Scions because they hit on 3s.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so is it like, man, is it 7 Inquisitor models and then 5? Like you have to add, or can you replace models? Like I'm super, super keen to know. Like my gut's like, well, you're right about this. Because originally I was thinking like a fire team system where you add in a fire team of, support. But like you said, if there was that preview that had Sisters and Scions, that's funky. Who knows?
Yeah, would it possibly be like, hey, I'm going to bring these 7 models on your roster. I'm going to bring these 5 Scions. I'm going to bring 5 Arbites, and I'm going to bring 2 or 3 Sisters of Silence because maybe you can splice them in. And if I go into somebody who's really good at close combat, I'm just going to take the Subjector shields for the subjugators, and then kind of go from there. Like this team is going to have so much variability in what you can and can't bring. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping that I could bring every dog from every faction and bring them all into this one team. So it'd just be like an Inquisitor and a bunch of Scooby-Doos. But there is no Inquisitor, and I don't know if you can bring all the dogs, but that would be awesome. I'm just saying. So,
I mean, if it helps, these are all ancillary support. So they don't actually have to be on your roster, correct? Like guardsmen?
Are these ancillary support?
Yes, they're very specifically, they say you can take them as a form of ancillary support operatives.
Yep.
Wow.
So technically you can have them all at all times.
I'm thinking if it's an ancillary support, you only can take, I think that it's going to be extremely rigid on what you can bring from each faction. Because originally I thought you could bring these guys and then you get to take a fire team from a different faction, and they were going to spell out what a fire team is for each of these different factions. But if it's ancillary, they're just going to say, hey, this is what you can bring. So that you could have just broke the code, G.
There we go. Because if it's ancillary, you just have all your models at all time, and you only have your 7 dudes. So you're technically your roster is unlimited in a way.
I am more excited about the rules for both of these teams than I am for the Beastmen and the Votan by far. Like, if we could talk about chaos, bro, these guys look fucking awesome.
I am psyched out of my mind. Okay, question for you guys. We're trying to figure this out. Do you guys know what the name for this team is?
Which one?
The Chaos. Do you know the name of this team?
Yes, I have to remember it though. It's whatever this box, the box of the leaders, Dark Commune, the Dark Commune.
Is that what the team is called? Because on the article, on the article, let me pull it up. They call them the Hidden Canker, and the H in hidden and C in canker is capitalized.
Huh? Maybe that's their name.
Well,
Are they called the Hidden Canker? Because that
could be the order of the Hidden Canker. You know,
I think it says even the lowliest cult devotee can grow into a hulking mutant. From there, they can ascend to a torment, rippling with claws and fangs. The Dark Commune spur their followers into battle through profane. Blah 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 blah. So I think it's the Dark Commune, but maybe it is the.
I don't know, man, because here it says, whatever their origins, these soldiers of the faith stand against the Hidden Canker. And it's capitalized. Why would you capitalize Hidden Canker? I just think it's so funny. I hate it and love it so much all at the same time. The Hidden Canker? Oh, God. That's so gross.
But it's not like bolded, but maybe you're right.
You're right. It is not bold. Is the other one bold?
Yeah, Inquisitorial Agents.
Interesting. Who knows? Either
Maybe
way,
you're right.
I'm so
I hope you're
psyched
right.
out of my mind. Either way, I'm psyched out of my mind. Because like all of these things will just be like the Dark Commune and the cultists and the Accursed Cultists will all just be units in my Red Corsairs army. Like this
Incredible.
is so perfect for me. I'm so freaking pumped. I want to know all about this team. I hope. So here's my only concern about this box is that I hope the matched play rules are good. That's my only concern. Since it is a narrative focused box, I hope the match play rules are decent. But I'm psyched out of my mind for these guys.
Same. Not really.
Not really.
I'm not like a crazy fan of cultists, so
Okay.
Oh, you know what? If I say I'm not a fan of something, then it gets. I'm just saying. I was like, I don't like Tyranids, and you guys were like, well, you suck, and I'm just like,
Oh no, I agree. I'm with you. I'm not a Tyranid fan either. I'm on the same train.
Yeah, they just is nothing. I think cultists are pretty cool. I don't know. I have to say, I'm very interested in the Inquisitor blend. I'm not sure how that's going to shake out, but again, I wasn't joking when I said I try not to look too far into the future because I have such a pile of shame. So I'm just like, we'll see. We'll see how it comes out.
we will see.
I can't. Oh man, I'm so excited for them. I just
Dakotah.
I just can't hold it in.
Breathing over here, dog.
I'm just like a religious fanatic for the Emperor, so sometimes I just can't contain my excitement for these things.
Since you're so much of a fanatic, would you get your haircut like the dude who's holding the shotgun?
Hell
he will
yeah,
not.
I would.
No, he will not.
Get like a big old eye tattoo in the middle too.
Yeah.
Hey, my hair would grow back at least until
I kind of like
50.
the eye tattoo, but
It's funny. I like that guy. He's it's just funny.
The thing that I'm kind of sad about is that they said that you can only build 7 models, and I think the image from the Twitch stream once again showed a little bit more than what the article shows.
Yeah, it's a bit
I think
of a bummer.
it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 models. So if you can only build 7, but there's 10 models in the kit,
Right. You're gonna have to
so
pick
if
5.
you look on the article, they have pictures where there's like 2 operatives per picture, and a lot of those are like, if you look, it's like, okay, you can have double
They're
knife
similar.
guy, or you can have candle pistol guy, or
Candle
you
pistol
can have
dude's- he's the
Oh, the way,
badass.
absolutely
though.
the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the way.
or you can go Catachan, like spear fighter,
Oh,
or
you're right.
flamer chainsword guy.
You're right.
Or like, do you want the big eye statue man, or you want Shotgun McGee? So
I don't think I'm going to take Shotgun McGee. The other dude looks cooler.
way cooler.
Do
Probably
you know
a
how
psyker.
expensive this set is going to be?
Too expensive.
God, it's gonna be a lot of models, like 40, 50 models.
What was interesting, it doesn't look like there's any terrain coming in this box.
That's my
Well,
favorite part.
You're
dog.
probably just getting a lot.
That is
of
my
That's
favorite
my
part.
favorite part. Gosh, Ben, jeez.
Not even joking.
I do have a lot of Games Workshop terrain that I bought from the Kill Team stuff that is not painted or put together.
over
I
years.
have so much. I'm just so psyched for cool models and no terrain.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, the plasma pistol dude with the Uzi versus the dude with the big the big chainsword. That's going to be the hardest decision of my life.
Oh, plasma all day long, dude.
Plasma
Kidding me?
Uzi, man. Go postal.
Gotta go plasma Uzi. The Ploozy? You gotta go over the
The
Ploozy.
floozy.
Gotta pleasure that Ploozy.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
man. This is-
yeah, I think this is all of them. Actually, maybe they did show all of them. Maybe I'm just a ding dong. I think I am just a ding dong.
It's all right. Because it looks like, you just have to build those 2 characters, the only ones you'd really have to decide which you want. Because
Yeah.
they share the same sculpt.
So what's interesting is if you are correct and they did actually leak the full ancillary support thing, right? We could look at the Twitch image for like the Veteran Guard. I know the best. They have the demo guy. They have the bruiser with the grenade, the zealot, a normal trooper, and a medic. While the Kasserkins have the demo mine, the grenade launcher, some kind of Vox caster. It looks like a normal trooper and a Melta. And then the Navy Breachers would have the demo guy, which is it's now a running theme to have demos in here. A normal guy, the dude with the shield, a medic, and the guy with the axe. The other one, oh man, the Exaction Squad is awful. They have the sniper who has a heavy sniper. Come on, GW. The pistol guy who's actually pretty decent. You have the subjugator with the shield, a normal trooper, and then a medic. So it looks like each one of these is going to bring some sort of a medic, some sort of heavy damage support. And to me, it actually looks like maybe the Kasserkins might have, or the Breachers, if this is the right way. Or we're going to be looking at the Scions, or maybe the Sisters of Silence.
Yeah, Sisters of Silence against Psychic.
Yeah, we don't know what they could bring, but you have the plasma guy, the hot shot. So if you just take it off the images that they've released alone, and like this is the actual teams, I think I might be taking Scions or Breachers.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Hitting on threes with two special weapons. Absolutely. What I'm excited about, what I want to know about for the Inquisitorial team is the lobotomized dude. What do they call him? Servitors.
The servitors
with the plasma cannon, because he can either take a plasma cannon, a multi-melta, or something else. So this is not a plasma gun. This is a plasma cannon. What's it doing?
I'm guessing it is 6-7.
That's my guess as well.
7-8.
7-8.
Ooh, 7-8 is that's
but
crazy.
Yeah,
roll one, you kill yourself. Roll a 1 and you die.
Seriously, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But they also did say during the stream that if there's not someone babysitting him, he's not going to be able to shoot stuff very well. So maybe this little dude's
hitting on 4s. What do we think?
5s easily.
I'm thinking he's going to hit on 5s, and then if he has someone like watching over him, maybe hitting on 4s, maybe even 3s. It'd be nutty. It has to be 4s.
Be the only time
3s would be too busted.
3s are too good for that thing. That's why you have Scions.
True.
Yeah.
Good times for Kilton. This is a cool release.
This is so exciting. So exciting.
It's a very positive one, and I think we deserved it after everything they've put us through for a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right, Ty. We earned it. We all
earned this.
for sure.
We've been begging for this box set for 5 years. Finally here, guys. They heard us and they're like, hey, let's put it into development, because it takes 5 years to release a Kill Team box. I mean, to release anything for the Games Workshop. Oh my gosh.
But we haven't talked about the narrative part of this.
Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up.
We also haven't talked about the cultists.
You're right, we haven't. Which one do you want to do first? Cultists.
Okay. Cultists are rad, man. Super rad.
Cultists are rad. You know, it'd be cool if you could take different cultists. Like, you know, like they have
would be cool.
The jackals for corn and stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That would be cool. Would be fun. But I doubt that's going to happen, because
the way that
from the stream they're
supposed to be bad.
They said that these guys are supposed to have the worst stats in all of Kill Team, which, you know, the Gellerpox, not the Gellerpox, who are the Death Guard's little pox? The Poxwalkers are pretty bad, right? These guys would have to be on Gellerpox level, like 1 AP, or they're going to have like 6 wounds and a 6-up save. Something has to make these guys bad, because it looks like we're getting 5 models for the chaos cultist dudes, the Dark Commune, and then you have 10, guys. Then you have 10 cultists, right? So
wait, aren't these the guys that mutate if you don't kill them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet that the whole worst stat line thing, I bet that was just saying that it's just going to be a guardsman stat line with a 6-up save. I bet that's what it's going to be.
Okay, I could see that.
That is my guess.
Do you think they're going to do like a point system where they hit enough they can transform into one of the beasts?
It's
Maybe you
either
can
that-
sacrifice one to have him turn in, like, or like.
Oh, if you could
I don't know.
sacrifice yourself to do that, that would be cool. Like, you're like, I'm going to have these
So
models
sweet.
die. Oh, that would be interesting. Like, I'm looking at the models. They're really cool.
Well, the
I mean, if you
brain
kinda-
guy, you might. These guys also might have to summon it. They might have to cast stuff to turn their own models into bigger
Oh,
creatures.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like
Kill
bring the
Team's not
old
really into
summoning.
rolling for psychic powers, though.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I think it would be summoning points. So like as you either sacrifice dudes or something, then you can transform.
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
like
guys.
if they
points.
die, like you're getting like the Sisters of Battles, how they have those that extra pool.
their faith points.
Yeah, they're
Or if they
faith
kill
points.
models or something, they might have to kill something and then
Oh.
gain. That could be cool.
This might
That
be
could
the
be cool.
first ugly team I play.
You can make them beautiful. you can figure out a way.
The fact-
Here's an idea.
One, two,
Here's an
three.
idea. I got it. So you run sisters, you run novitiates, right? Because that's
Mhm.
much prettier than these guys. And you just find some bigger buffer models and they just pray and they get real swole.
Custodes.
Make
They
it-
just
make
turn
it
into
bigger.
custodes, like oh, with like little habits and stuff. Perfect.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And then you have
Yeah, but these
these
models are cool. I don't know if it's
Well,
just the paint job that these people did, but geez.
they turn into mutants and then they turn into these crazy creatures
Yeah, the
after that, right?
torments.
Oh, I wonder how that works though. Like, because if they have bad stats, they must. I mean, like they might die really easily. So I wonder if that.
Yeah,
plays
that's
into
the
dying.
balance.
Probably does.
Ah. These are intriguing.
I look forward to the rule set.
Yes,
Same.
yes, me too.
City of Deepwell.
Yeah.
is- you know, this
Yeah, the narrative
might
side
be
of this
like
will be
their
interesting.
push thing for the narrative. So like here it is.
Yeah, but speaking of this narrative, this is kind of crazy that the fact that this Ashes of Faith is an entire separate game.
A separate narrative game too.
Yeah.
So not matched at all.
Yeah, very interesting.
This way, I guess it can build a narrative for you, right? That's what it's supposed to do.
I
Well,
think so.
Well, it says that you can play it multiple ways if depending on how you pull cards and things like that. Like, so like it's not just one and done.
Giacomo, do you remember how we were talking about how we were going to run LVO's kill team narrative and how I was thinking about like a build your own narrative mission style where like you could choose, you show up to the table, you choose what you want to do on that objective. You either got to kill people, you got to hold stuff, that kind of stuff. So like these cards, orking things into existence again, man.
I mean, they're making it happen. I'm excited to see them. We'll have to find out more as they reveal it.
Absolutely.
Well, right before, because we're getting close to the end of all the reveals. Well, actually, we got to the end of all the reveals.
I know we did.
One last thing I want to mention. We have this little narrative thing for you guys. So that'll pop up right now.
Incoming transmission. Location, origin, Australental system. Source, command bridge, Imperial vessel. Distress call from the Imperial Void Holla, the Emperor's bounty.
This is Captain Vabrant of the transport vessel Bounty. We've encountered from the warp empty holds, unknown origins, Xenos. I repeat, not Xenos. Unable to recover control. Please forgive us. We didn't know. Recover the artifact. Tell the Inquisitor. We did our duty. System failure. The Emperor protects.
Transmission over. Attempting to reestablish contact. Attempt failed. Beginning system scans.
Void Hauler lost contact in the atmosphere of Austral 2 after jettisoning escape capsules near Austral 2's moon Oxygen 4. Scans report primary cargo holds 1 through 4 empty. Secondary primary holds 5 through 8, status unknown. Scan reports secure transport vaults sealed upon the entry into the system. Then vaults shield failure after distress call. Ships manifest encrypted.
Redacted for security concerns.
Cogitators predict the Emperor's bounty crashed on the abandoned Adeptus Mechanicus research planet of Austral 2. Status of vessel, crew, and cargo unknown. Scans unable to reach planet's surface.
Chapter 1. Exploring the moon of Oxygen 4.
Reports of the crash of the Emperor's Bounty and the mysterious circumstances that surround it have spread from the Imperium to various Xenos fractions. As with any rumor, the truth is hidden behind many layers of retold stories. Wise commanders, pirate lords, and warband chieftains alike all recognize the dangers of investigating the crash site blindly. Common in most of the stories is a report of escape pods landing on the moon Oxygen 4, a former mining station long since abandoned. Scattered settlements remain on the moon, along with evidence of numerous skirmishes over the last decades. Maybe some surviving crew of the Bounty managed to land safely and find refuge on the surface. Perhaps the escape pods themselves might hold useful intelligence, or better yet, the priceless relic or mysterious artifact may have escaped along with the crew. Whatever the case, exploring the moon, locating the escape pods, and investigating what they carried will be valuable for any squad looking to make their fortune off the tragedy of the crash void hauler. But time is running out. The word is out, and teams across the segmentum are rushing to the scene. Gather your kill team and make for the moon before the glory and riches are lost.
Welcome to the crash of the Emperor's Bounty. In this narrative campaign, your kill team will investigate the crash of the Imperial Void Hauler, the Emperor's Bounty. Your campaign begins by exploring the moon of Oxygen 4 to search for the escape capsule jettisoned from the hauler. Your kill team will continue onto the surface of Austral 2 and eventually into the wreckage of the Emperor Bounty itself in search of valuable information, relics, artifacts, or supplies. On your journey, you may even discover the answer to the mystery surrounding the crash of the Emperor's Bounty. There will be 4 stages or chapters in this campaign, with 4 missions per chapter. It'll be up to you on how many missions you complete in each chapter, but you only get the experience and the bonuses if you complete the missions. Each chapter will be revealed at the start of a new month, so you need to schedule your opponents for each mission. Your opponent doesn't need to be playing in the narrative campaign for you to complete the mission. However, playing other members of the narrative campaign is going to be encouraged. You can replay a mission if you've already completed it. That way you might help someone else in the campaign keep going. However, you do not gain extra experience, requisition points, or further your spec ops. On the other hand, you're also not going to have to roll for battle scars. The first chapter is going to be played on Acteris terrain. The second chapter is designed for Nockman terrain. Third and fourth will be played on Into the Dark boards. If you're unable to use the specific terrain, proxies can be used, but it might be a bit of a challenge to match. Remember, this is a narrative campaign, not a competitive tournament. The goal here is to have fun, build a good story, and create a really interesting team. Really work on developing your own team's quirks instead of maxing out their power. You're going to need a kill team and all the essential bits and pieces for a normal game, as well as a narrative data slate and data cards for your operatives. Check out the Kill Team core rulebook and the narrative rules found in there for all the details. In this campaign, we're going to be using slightly altered spec ops and experience point rules. Before starting this campaign, you should pick a spec op to complete during the campaign. Typically, a spec op requires 5 missions to complete the primary and then a 6th mission to finalize the spec op. But in this campaign, we're going to speed things up. Instead of having 5 conditions for the first one, you only need to do it in 2 different missions. For example, if you choose the Spec Op 1.0 Elimination, instead of completing 5 games in which you score victory points from Mark Target Execution and or Robin Ransack, you only have to complete 2 of those games. Then you'd move on to the next condition. Your kill team is going to start with 0 XP for all your operatives and 4 requisition points to spend. Remember, you can only have equipment added to your stash if you spend the requisition points for it. Operatives are going to gain experience by incapacitating enemy operatives, scoring mission victory points, performing mission actions excluding Operate Hatch, and scoring TAC Op victory points, or your secondaries. In our narrative pack, I explain how you score those points more specifically, but as a quick review, an operative can only score a max of 1 victory point for incapacitating any number of enemies, and only 1 victory point for performing any number of mission actions, and only 1 victory point for scoring any number of primary victory points itself. But they can score up to 6 experience points for the TAC Ops. In this campaign, we also have a bonus experience point option. For each mission, after selecting your TAC ops, you can also select one of your faction TAC ops that you are not using for the mission. This bonus TAC op will not score you any additional victory points, but if you're able to complete the condition or conditions that would score you at least 1 victory point from that TAC op, at the end of the battle, you can add 1 additional experience point to up to a quarter of your operatives that participated in the mission. You don't gain any additional experience points for scoring the second victory point of the TAC op. So the way that works in practice is maybe a Vet Guard player chooses Secure Centerline, Central Control, and their faction TAC op, Glory and Death for their regular TAC ops for the mission. Additionally, they're going to select one of their other faction TAC ops, in this case Boots on the Ground, as their bonus TAC op. They're not going to score any victory points for completing that TAC op, but if they complete any of the conditions that would score them victory points, they can get those extra experience points to up to a quarter of their team at the end of the battle. It adds a little bit of flavor to the campaign and also speeds up your leveling up your players. If you choose to attempt the bonus experience TAC op, make sure to place that faction TAC op card face down, separate from your mission TAC ops, and reveal it when you're instructed to in the description. For example, reveal this card if, reveal this TAC op if. If you do not have cards, then make sure you let your opponent know that you're using a bonus experience TAC op and make a note of it somewhere on the table or on a piece of paper. If your faction doesn't have any faction TAC ops, basically a compendium team, then use faction TAC ops from an allied faction. So like Death Guard could use Legionnaires, Craft World could use Corsairs, or select a faction TAC op you think matches the theme of your faction. For leveling up in Battle Honors, we're following mostly the same system. You start at the Adept level and you move to Veteran once you gain 6 experience points. Every time you move up in a new rank, you get to add a Battle Honor to your operative. When you pick a Battle Honor, the way we're doing it for this campaign is you're going to roll 2 dice. If they're the same, then reroll one of them. Then look at those 2 dice and see what numbers those correspond to. Now, if for some reason that Battle Honor doesn't apply to your operative, for example, if you have the Battle Honor of Runner, that gives your operative a free dash if they don't fight or shoot, which would generally be useless for any Corsairs or Gene Stealers or any faction that has a free dash already. Or if you gained Blade Work, which allows you to reroll a dice in combat on an operative that already has a weapon with Relentless. So if you have one of those, you'll reroll it. But at the end, you'll have 2 dice. Then you get to pick between one of those 2, and that's going to be your Battle Honor. The idea here is that you're not locked into only having 1 dice and therefore getting an honor you don't like, but you're not just picking whatever you choose to give it a little bit more randomness to the game and also make your operatives develop differently. Remember, you still have to select a specialism to stick with for your operative. So like you'll notice on their data cards, they might have the Combat, Scout, Staunch, or Marksman specialism. So you got to pick one and stick with that. But if you are playing one of the bespoke factions, you can also pick from the bespoke Battle Honors as well. We're also making some changes to the TAC ops in this campaign. The Spec Op rules were written in the original TAC op system, but now we have the Critical Operations Pack, which we are using for this campaign. So some of the TAC ops don't line up. In the case when they don't line up, like obviously Headhunter is still Headhunter, but there is no longer an Execution TAC op. We've made some proxies, and you can check those out in the chart in the missions pack. Make sure you're clear with your opponent that you are using your Critical Operations Pack, not the old TAC ops, because that might affect how they're playing. Of course, when we are playing this game, the goal is to have fun, so be upfront with your opponent and really lean into the mission and the story of the whole thing.
Chapter 1, Mission 1, Reconnoiter.
This kill zone stands on a vital point of high ground, overlooking several possible landing sites for the escape pod. Whoever can gain control of the area will have an unsurpassed vantage point from which to observe enemy movements and scout out possible landing areas.
Welcome to Chapter 1, Mission 1, Reconnoiter. In this mission, you and your opponent are going to be trying to claim vantage points that are overlooking a possible crash site of the escape pods. Your goal is to gain access to these vantage points, and that's how you're going to be scoring victory points in this mission. Make sure you read through the description and how you score those points, because it is different than traditional missions, especially Critical Operation Pack missions. We have 2 bonuses for this. The TAC Op bonus, if you score 3 or more victory points from recon TAC Ops during this battle, you gain an additional requisition point. And then our bonus mission rules. Instead of using their Spec Op bonus, we've got it slightly changed. If you perform the recon vantage point on a vantage point closest to your opponent's drop zone at least once in the battle, you gain an additional requisition point. On top of that, if you reconnoiter all 4 vantage points during the battle, that is me at any time, then you can re-roll the choose attacker or defender dice or 1 initiative dice in the next battle. On top of that, you still get to use the bonus TAC Op to gain extra experience for your models. Let us know how you did in this mission. Tell us who your MVPs were. Maybe write it up in the Discord in a nice narrative way, telling us the story, the battle action report, and follow along for next mission, Chapter 1, Mission 2. This is Rob with the Crash of the Emperor's Bounty narrative campaign. Until next time.
So yeah, that's the narrative thing, brought to you by Rob, voiced by these lovely people over here. It's pretty fun, right? Are you guys going to be playing it?
Yeah, absolutely, we're going to be playing it. I think we're going to be playing it on Thursdays up at our local stores up here.
Yeah.
I know, I've never done a narrative event, but I'm getting really excited about it. That's why I was like, every time these little narrative boxes come out, they're beginning to rope me in, guys.
You're filling it with oozes.
I know.
Ooh, you guys getting into narrative?
Yeah, so Rob in our current scene, he's designing a narrative campaign, and we're going to be publishing it on our podcast every week. A new mission. The first 4 missions are currently available, and once those 4 missions go up, we're going to be releasing the next set. And there's going to be basically, I think, 3 or 4 scenes of it. And in our Discord, you can go and you can post exactly how your narrative games went, and we can all talk about all of our narrative stuff and our narrative teams. And then it might be exciting to also start adding in the brand new Ashes of Faith narrative stuff as well, right? So
I'm in. That's it.
Yeah, we're super excited to kind of start doing that and bringing that more to the community. And I hope everyone out here that's listening is looking forward to that as well, because competitive, while it's fun, it can only press so many buttons, right? We gotta do that creative. At least I have to get that creativity check in every now and then.
I'm going to make a really weird D&D campaign with like Warhammer characters. I don't know.
There we go, man. Well, we're coming to that time. Ben, you got any plugs you want to plug?
Oh yeah, I'll plug the channel Battle Brothers Tabletop. I actually have a video coming out tomorrow morning.
Hell
for the
yeah!
First time in a while. Yeah, man, getting back on the horse, and then after that, I'll probably
that would be this morning that it's dropping today.
Oh, sweet, yeah. So it's live. Go ahead and check that out. And then the podcast, Kill Team Casuals. It's me, Reason Russ from Threes to Wound and GFN Gaming. We talk about Kill Team. And
awesome,
have a good time, and we got to get you guys on there at some point. And anything else to plug? It's the Discord, the hobby challenges that we run, and just good stuff that Emmanuel has been running and crushing it. So cool stuff, man. I think that's all I have to plug. So we have merch, all that good stuff. If you want, it's pretty cool. So all that good stuff.
Get his merch. Yeah. It's the only true merch.
The one true. There can only be one. Only be one. It's a real Highlander situation.
Sorry, guys, sold out.
For squad games, I'd like to start touting the AVTT. It's coming up in a few months.
Yeah.
If you guys wanna like start looking at that, travel out to California. We got a lot of people traveling all over the United States to come and play in it.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's a team tournament.
Is that your team tournament? Yeah, okay.
It is. It's the team tournament. It's 3 players, 1v1v1. It's going to be a blast. We had 42 players last year. This year, it looks like it's going to break that.
About it.
Yeah, so that should be a lot of fun. And then our boarding actions tournament coming up. If we have any 40K guys out there, any Kill Team players that want to look into possibly trying 40K for the first time, it's a great place to come and learn. We're doing 4 of them. We're going to just build it up. It should be a blast.
Yeah.
We should also do our YouTube. Our YouTube is dropping on this episode. So
it's dropping on this episode. This episode will probably be on YouTube. You might be listening to this on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then we'll keep dropping other episodes later because we have to go through our backlog, and I'm finishing mastering all the episodes. So that'll happen relatively soon.
Absolutely. Well, Ben,
Yeah.
thanks for coming on, man. It's always a
Oh, my
pleasure to
pleasure,
have you
dude.
on, brother.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, man. It's been great.
Yeah. And don't forget to find us on Discord as well. Squad Games Discord. Yeah, that's a thing.
And with that, everybody, I hope everybody has a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night, depending on when you listen to this.
Absolutely. And we look forward to seeing you guys next week. And we're going to dive into those beastmen and those little squats.
Ew.
Yeah, dwarfs for life.
Pizza deployment for life.
Oh, God.
Sardine deployment for life. See you guys.
Pizza.